I think there is a reason why most creative agencies suck. So I had a call with a customer of ours a couple of days ago, and he said that one of the concerns he had before working with us was that they had many bad experiences working with external agencies, especially creative agencies, website agencies, design, branding agencies, multiple bad experiences. And he described what that bad experience usually is. And you start working with a creative agency and they tell you all about all that amazing stuff that they can do and all those capabilities that they have. Then you go through all of these exercises, branding exercises and strategy exercises and positioning exercises. And that might still be fun and all good and make sense. And then you get started and it's basically project work. And you need to spend a lot of your own time managing that agency, right? You need to provide them with all kinds of information and assets constantly. You need to train them on like how you communicate or how it fits into your process or how to make this work so it works within your company, which the whole process is very nebulous. There's no real, you can't quite understand why they make the decisions that they make. And the result of that is often that projects blow up into much bigger than they should be. A website takes much longer than it was supposed to take. It costs much more in the end because oftentimes they bill by the hour because they have so many capabilities and so many ideas of what they want to do. Whenever you want to get one specific thing done, it often balloons into this bigger thing because they tell you all the fun things they could do. And I actually think that creative agencies don't do this on purpose. I think it's actually based, and I talk to a lot of, creative people and creative agency owners and all of that. And I think the limiting belief is that creative can't have process. They believe that if you follow a process that's inherently, by definition, uncreative. So they don't have a process. So when they create a website for you, they start from a blank canvas. They start from scratch. Every time, every new project is a completely new project that they're going to brainstorm and figure out a completely new structure. And that means that constantly there's like, oh, what if we do this? And then they want these assets from you. And then they're like, oh, what if we try this? And then you need to review this. And, then you need to write a brief here. And then you need to review that. And it blows up into this big thing, not because the creative agencies or external agency wanted to blow up into this big thing, but because they believe, yeah, well, that's how creative work is. You just can't have a process. It's just, that's what creative is. And, I don't believe that. And we don't do that. We're a creative agency. We're a video production agency, or however you want to call it. And we have a very clear process that we follow for each customer. And that doesn't mean that every customer gets the exact same thing. It just means that there's a framework that's being followed, that there's an onboarding questionnaire that's being sent out every time, and that it's not this whole kind of jumping around and brainstorming and what if we do this. And then we can use that process to deliver reliably the things that we want to deliver. And we can over time improve this process, right? It's not like this is now how you do things forever. Now we can actually look at that process and be like, at that point, we didn't do it right, or it wasn't efficient, or at this point we didn't quite get the results. So let's tweak the process. And then you focus on a certain persona and a certain industry and so forth. That actually works. But yeah, so this is kind of like a rant, but I think that's the reason why a lot of external creative agencies suck. It's not because they want to suck. They just believe that they cannot follow a process because that would be uncreative.